Hey, what's going on? My name is Juliana from julianasarowska.com, and in this video I wanted to give you a book recommendation, a book review of one of the books that I just finished reading a couple days ago, which is called Laws of Success by Les Brown. So, a couple months ago I received an email which said, brand new book, and I think Les Brown has actually been working on it for the last 12 years. And although the book is pretty, it's not a big book or anything like that, it's actually really easy to consume. I read it in I think 2 weeks maybe, because I'm pretty much reading one chapter a day, right? So, but here's the thing. When it comes to motivation, when it comes to really getting yourself even inspired, should I say, I always listen to Les Brown. I've listened to countless of his audios, videos. Whenever I was kind of feeling down, whenever I have those days when I just don't feel like doing anything, I usually go to YouTube and I type in Les Brown motivation. So just a little tip, if you are looking for some kind of kick in the butt, then he might be your guy. Okay, so and I just wanted to give you 5 biggest takeaways that I got from the book, because honestly this book is probably one of the best ones that I've ever read in terms of mindset, in terms of just really personal development and really personal growth, because I've read quite a bit of books that are different marketing strategies, or maybe some I did read a lot of books on mindset, but honestly this one is probably the most comprehensive one. And in terms of, let's say, if somebody's getting started working with you, whether it's going to be in network marketing or it's going to be in any kind of business, honestly this book is probably the best one to recommend, even to somebody who's just brand new or getting started. Okay, so my takeaway number 1, and it was actually mentioned in the very first chapter: am I in control of my life? Okay, and in the beginning, he asked this question, and especially if you have maybe a full-time job or you have a boss or whatever the case may be and you're trying to get out of it, then obviously the answer to this question is going to be no, because he really dig deeper. Am I in control of my life? If you in the beginning you may say yes I am, but then he makes you realize that in most cases you're actually not, because you have maybe a boss, maybe you're still not in a complete time freedom, money, location freedom. Maybe you don't have all of that right now. Maybe you cannot go to any kind of country next week or tomorrow. Maybe you don't have those kinds of choices, and unless you have until you have those choices, you still are not fully in control of your life. Okay, so, and I would say in most cases it's just because maybe you have a full-time job which you're trying to escape. Then in that case you're not really in control. And he says, keep asking yourself this question until you actually are able to say yes. So, and especially if you're not building a network marketing business on the side, then it is possible for you to eventually say yes to this question. And honestly, if it took you 1 year or 2 years or even 5 years to get there, do you think it would be worth it? I would say 100% yes. Okay, so keep asking yourself this question and until you actually say yes to that. Okay, so the takeaway number 2 is you have to have a commitment. You have to make a commitment to yourself, to your family, towards your future as well. Because when people just get started, for example, in network marketing, okay, so, or in any kind of other business, I work with, I coach people, I train people, I have, a team that I'm working with. And the thing is, not everyone is actually committing, okay, not everyone is committed to making it happen. Okay, so I've seen quite a bit of people actually show up in the industry, then give up, then quit, they show up again, and then they quit again. So they just don't make that decision, first of all, that they're going to do that, and they don't make that commitment. Because what Les Brown said, and this is so freaking true, which is you cannot go halfway. So you cannot just say, well, I'm going to do this for 90 days, and if it doesn't work, I'm out of here. It doesn't work this way. It took me over a year of actually struggling, and then another year of actually going and taking action. So without the commitment, if I didn't say to myself that this is what I'm doing, I have to make it happen, I would not be really recording this video right now, and you will not be watching that right now. Okay, so make a commitment. You cannot go halfway. So number 3, this is a big one, okay, which is be afraid of following boring path which usually leads to the same destination as everyone else. Okay, because here's the thing, like, he did mention like one thing, which is, obviously you cannot be like completely fearless, and he did say that, having some kind of fear, being afraid of something, it's totally fine. Okay, like, having the courage is what you have to have. Okay, so you have to be like a Spartan, because just look at those like 300 Spartans that were able to actually went against like thousands of different warriors, and like obviously a lot of them died, but they had that courage. Were they afraid? Of course, but did they have the courage to do it anyway? Yes, they did, and that's why they're known, right? So you have to become, you have to have one fear, which is following and the path, or doing the exact same thing as everyone else is doing, and then just ending up in a really boring destination. Because I can give you like just one example. Okay, I graduated from high school in 2014. Okay, and then I didn't go to university, I didn't go to college like every single one of my classmates did. I didn't follow that path, and usually that path, again, nothing against universities, but I'm not like the fan of those, but there's usually one kind of destination, which is a full-time job, which was not really my thing like ever. Okay, so that's why I followed a different path, which is a lot more exciting, right? Because when you're afraid of when you're doing something uncomfortable, it usually is going to lead you to something exciting. And that is exactly what Les Brown shared in that book. Okay, so takeaway number 4, this is a huge one again, which is grit is the ability to push through. So you gotta have that grit, because people get started, and I say this all the time, and they just don't push through. Okay, so there are going to be obstacles, there are going to be challenges, there are going to be like people who say to you like, you cannot do these, like what kind of business are you doing, like is it some kind of like pyramid scheme or whatever. I had all of them. Okay, so I had moments when I seriously just lost belief even in myself, but I had to pick myself back up and look at other people that if they were able to push through, then I can do this too. So you have to have that grit to do whatever it takes, do what's necessary of you to make it happen, because you totally got it. Okay, so, and last but not least, and this is probably one of my favorites, and that's why I left it for the last one, which is persistence will help you build momentum. Okay, so that is like one of the biggest things when it comes to building a business. You have to gain momentum, because the beginning is the hardest. Okay, so when you're just getting started, it's like the most difficult part of your business. Because when I was getting started, I was struggling. I had 0 results. Okay, like none. So I was 18 years old. I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, but I had to be persistent, because I knew that I made a decision that I'm gonna do this. So I have to do whatever it takes of me. Okay, so persistence, doing, like, taking action until you hit your goal, and then you have to obviously do it like further, because your goals are going to change and all that kind of stuff, right? So persistence is going to help you build momentum, because I didn't have that momentum for over a year, because I was just learning different stuff, and I was really brand new to marketing and the whole idea of like having a home business and doing it all online, like with a laptop, right? So, but then I started to get a little bit of a result, to get a couple more results, and then that momentum, it's like a snowball, right? So it's like a snowball effect, or like what do you call it? The slight edge kicks in, or the compound effect, and then you just cannot stop it. Okay, so the beginning is the hardest, but you have to build that momentum with your persistence and with your kind of relentlessness to keep going, because giving up is always too soon, and it's the ultimate way to fail. Okay, so here you go. This is my 5 takeaways from the Laws of Success book by Les Brown. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I highly recommend to read that book. Maybe he still has it on his website. I know he had a little promotion going on for it, but maybe it is already on Amazon. So definitely definitely pick it up. It's well worth reading, and honestly, I would definitely read it like multiple times, because I believe that every single time you're going to be reading that book, there's always going to be something new. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Feel free to like this video, comment below your thoughts, share this out with anyone who you think this might be of value, share this with your team, because I'm absolutely sure that they're gonna love this book. Okay, so subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like that, and also if you're looking to receive more tips and trainings on building your business and more book reviews into your email inbox, then head on over to my blog at julianastarovska.com, click on the sidebar banner over there, enter your name and email information, and you'll be added to my newsletter, and you'll also receive a free ebook as a bonus, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.